as a new CEO and stepping onto the stage of an event with roughly nearly 1,000 women there, I made the mistake of thinking I might be able to quiet the crowd and kick the event off. And after talking for about 3 or 4 minutes, finally the crowd quieted, but the lesson learned was always have Father Ron lead off with the invocation to quiet the crowd. So that was kind of a fun event and fun thing that I learned.
We had all the, I think it was docs and nurses participate in the runway show. And that was fantastic. And to see them actually get to be out there, and many of them, they really did a fantastic job. They could be models.
They did ask me to walk the runway that year, and I'll probably not be doing that again. St. Luke's put St. Luke South out in the middle of Johnson County in a very competitive marketplace. And we were growing. We were building an image and a reputation. And the big idea of a signature event had been kicked around from time to time for quite a while, actually.
So the seed kind of germinated over lunch one day. I was on the advisory council at St. Luke South. Myself, Julie Querin, Michelle Lawrence, the three of us were brainstorming and kind of writing on a napkin.
Beth Zollers actually reached out. She just got this idea of, everybody likes to shop.
And I thought, what if we could bring women business owners as well as focus on an intellect part? So in that sense, we combined the books and the boutiques, so the shopping and the intellect.
It was such a novel concept, a novel idea, and it was just kind of one of those things that you thought, this is going to grow into something. This is going to be cool. Books and Boutiques, obviously, it's a philanthropic event. The goal of it is to raise money to support the hospital.
There have been millions raised from this event, and the impact is really infinite.
You want to do more than you can afford. Physicians always want to make their patients' lives easier and better. We hear from our patients, and we catalog those. We listen to those people and have been able to implement so many of those things because of this event and because of the financial support that it creates.
I remember kind of collapsing at the top of the stairs and thinking, well, this is bad at this point. I realized that I'm definitely having a heart attack. It's amazing because, less than 60 seconds before that, I'm getting ready to go. I just felt like all these stars were just dancing for me because it was just a matter of minutes, and I went from being darn near dead to being brought back to life.
Griffin was born June 9th, 2012. He was nine weeks early, and he spent 6.5 weeks here in the NICU.
Griffin's heart rate was not there. It was by far the scariest time in my entire life. The NICU nurses were amazing. They held my hand and said, we're gonna get through this together. And that's the last I knew, was them putting me on the table and saying, be strong. They took something that was an unusual experience and made it seem so natural and so assuring that it's gonna be okay and he's gonna be like any other kid. And they were 100% correct, because we have the happiest and healthiest 4.5-year-old that you could ever imagine.
I was St. Luke's youngest stroke patient. I suffered a massive brainstem stroke.
It would be 2 weeks before we would know whether Amanda would ever walk or talk again. She was dubbed the miracle kid.
I had an amazing group of doctors, and thanks to them, I had an amazing recovery.
They told me that I had probably less than 30 days. And I was a new mom. My son was only 3 years old.
She's had 2 open heart surgeries. I am so proud of her courage and her determination and her love and zest for life is just makes me proud as a mom that I'm her mom. St. Luke's has went above and beyond, giving her all the extra help she needed, all the therapy she needed.
When you see someone that improves to the point that you can take away a device that may be causing them to have some, limitations in their life, it's what it's all about.
To watch them progress and be able to exist and have a wonderful life is like a miracle to us.
You have to remember how many people that it actually touched, whether it was cardiology side, whether it was on the oncology side.
The emergency department, our ORs, all departments in the hospital virtually have been impacted by Books and Boutiques.
You can walk the halls of St. Luke's South and see the little things and the big things that have been supported and built by the contributions of this event and all the donors that have helped.
Thank you to the committee and to the community as well for the years of support they've given to this great event.
Volunteers, buying a ticket and being here, buying a few clothes from the boutique. So I would just say thank you to every single one of those people.
Right now I'd go by St. Luke's South, it's almost unrecognizable from 15 years ago. That's where I would go for everything. I mean, that was where my family would go. If we had an emergency, that's where we went. So having that comfort that they were going to have all that much more to take care of those situations for my family and friends and the community, there's not a word that can describe that.